Okay, we're launching into the next one. A alien abductor has landed. We have a corporal, apparently, who survived the fallout. Looks like he has squad sight, so that should be helpful. But apart from that, everyone else is squaddies, and we're gonna see what happens.
Touching down. We're heading to South Africa for this one, and we need to get down there fast. Reports indicate the UFO is set down in a sparsely populated area. We need to stay sharp and eliminate the invaders.
I've got no idea what to expect here. Once again, this is a mission where if I actually succeed, I can get Illyrium. That'll allow me to build more Titan armor and more,
This is Big Sky. We're in position near the enemy LZ. Strike One is ready to move on your orders.
I
more
read you,
plasma
Big Sky.
weapons.
This was a landing, not a crash, so expect heavy resistance.
Already, we note that we've forgotten to equip one of our characters with a plasma rifle. And one of our heavies is not carrying a heavy plasma rifle. So, that's a start. All the same, we're gonna try to find that ship and take out everything in it. I can hear the Sectopod from here. I have no idea where he actually is.
What was that sound?
So ideally I want my sniper up on this high ground behind good cover. Of course we have to have other people check that area out first. No vision of the enemy yet. Which is good. Go ahead and get our snipers nice and close. And our heavies close as well. We'll run our assault in to see what's going on. Still no sign of that alien. Set both of our snipers up on Overwatch and get the heavy into a better spot. Okay, so there's a great spot of cover right here, which we're going to reserve for our sniper. Also, delightfully, some small sectoids, which is very strange to see. Move our sniper up. Start carving points of cover in areas where we can shoot at those sectoids as they come out. still not triggering them as a whole. Okay, we have that concave. Let's see what those guys do.
X-ray spotted.
Alright, a pile of mutons just came into view.
Adjusting aim.
They're all clustered together. And they haven't moved, which is really good news. Looks like our Rocketeer is not close enough yet, but this one is. So he's going to go ahead and kill a bunch of them. We're going to angle that as far back as we can, and as low as we can, so that it hits as many mutons as possible. Do we want any sectoids as well? No, we don't want them to come into this unless they have to. I think they'll ignore us unless they see us, so... Okay. That Muton Berserker is an easy target, but I think we want to kill the things with the rifles first. Oh, and this is my squad site sniper, hilariously, so... sure, we'll take that shot. We'll miss, but we'll take that shot. And get our Rocketeer a bit closer, so that our very, very crappy weapon specialists can use their very, very crappy weapons. Okay, we just chunked that Berserker for a rather substantial portion of his health. Our Sectoids still haven't figured out what's going on. I have the capacity to stun this Berserker. I don't think I've captured one yet. And that'll give me some advanced armor technology, so...
Subduing target. Not so tough now, are you?
You hear that?
I do hear that. I'm not particularly happy about hearing that, but I hear it. Alright, we've got that rocket available, but we're probably not going to use it. Let's get the Heavy into a position where he can guard our flank against whatever it is we're hearing. And go ahead and keep our overwatches up. There are more sectoids over there that we can see. This is getting to be a very strange level.
Enemies in sight.
Alright, that actually triggered those sectopods, so I'll have to be very careful.
Shot failed to connect.
We have a squad sight from across the map, so go ahead and take that shot.
X-ray down.
And that was a snipe. From there, I don't know, I guess we'll get up on this hill. Seems like a good spot to be. And maybe get our assault trooper. Yeah, we'll run and gun just so we can get to that cover and then stay there. And in the meantime, our heavy's just fine here. of Sectopods meandering around. We're not really clear on what they're doing. However, they are
X-ray
dead.
neutralized.
We can also hear floaters, most likely heavy floaters, somewhere inside there. So we're gonna go ahead and keep the overwatches up. Keep stalking them. Here's another across-the-board snipe. Not quite so good.
They're starting to lose ground.
That thing was apparently just reporting on our locations. And get the heavy. Oh! Oh, we found that cyber disc. Oh, that's not good. Okay, we need pretty much all of our equipment as close to there as possible. We didn't trigger it, I'm pretty sure. Well, it's possible we did. Okay, so we're gonna get our assaults up top. We're gonna get everybody with a gun up top. First drone came walking out. It's got an obvious flank. Hopefully the Sectopod doesn't join it.
Contact.
Oh, we have floaters, but they're not heavy floaters, they're just regular ones.
Watch the flank. Enemy is still alive. Kill confirmed. Hoorah.
Alright, floaters are dropping like flies.
They're trying to pull back.
My squad site sniper has one shot, which he will of course take.
Hostiles pacified.
Oh, we're clearing them out. That's pretty good. However, we still need to set up overwatches and make sure that nobody murders us. Alright, there's that Sectopod. And the last of his drones. The Sectopod did not take a shot. I can't tell if he's on Overwatch or not. But we're gonna have to shoot at him. Despite having virtually no chance of hitting him. This is generally bad for us. We don't have any possible way of getting to that Sectopod in a way that's going to be productive. So we may have to start retreating. Can we set up on higher territory? No. This is higher ground than what we're currently on, but it's also closer to the enemies. So we have to be somewhat cautious about that. Obviously we don't want our sniper to go down first. So we're gonna start finding half cover here. go ahead and get Kim to safety. Our squaddie. Oh, what's he gonna do? I think he's gonna get over here where he's got a clear sight line. By a clear sight line, I mean basically no sight line at all. This'll do it. Alright, I now have squad sight on that Sectopod, who is moving forward very, very slowly.
Shot wide.
Yeah, no reason to think that would connect.
Shot failed to connect.
Sectopod's warming up for a shot of some kind. Okay. So that indicates that he's currently trying to get into position for, or that he's firing off a salvo of missiles at my location. I can easily solve for that problem by getting out of the way of the salvo of missiles. So we're going to do that. However, we want to do that in a way where we can actually do some damage to this thing without necessarily killing our heavy. So that leads to some interesting quandaries. The location this Sectopod has walked into is surprisingly efficient. We don't really have any solid options against him. So we may just have to retreat backwards a little bit, and I'm gonna get back to higher ground. And everyone I know and love is coming with me.
Reloaded.
Oh, that was not intended. Okay, so the heavy's gonna get to some sort of high cover. Behind a tree wouldn't be terrible, but we'll take these rocks, I guess. And stick some overwatches on. There goes the salvo of missiles. Obviously that coats quite a wide area. And the tree that I'm currently standing behind is on fire. It's planting and firing. It looks like it's got a shot. Yeah, it destroyed the cover of my support, so my support is possibly down.
Help! Help! Someone help!
Oh, that was my assault. Okay. So my heavy shot my support. I have a headshot available. It's not a great one. It's probably the best one I'm gonna get. No, why would that work?
Locked and loaded.
These things seem astonishingly resilient to all forms of murder. Let's go ahead and get some smoke around these guys since they're stuck in place for now. And set up another overwatch. Reduce my tree to a smoking crater, which is problematic for a couple of different reasons. We have any form of hitting him with a rocket? Yes, we do. So we're going to chunk a little bit off the top.
With pleasure.
Thankfully, this sniper is wearing Titan armor, so he may actually be able to get to some safety. Especially wandering through the smoke cloud. Not sure if there's a best location for him right now, but this seems pretty solid. Does trigger the Sectoids reaction shot, but I'm running through the dense smoke away from him. So, fortunately, everything's fine. Okay. However, we still definitely need to kill that thing, and we still are completely incapable of killing that thing. It's doubtful that I can get close enough to fire on us from here this turn, so we'll go ahead and get an overwatch up just in case that happens. And, I think we need to back this guy off a little bit. And tops up. Yeah, go ahead and put your overwatch on. It's walking forwards. Both our soldiers have full-on stuff going on there. I don't really care for this heavy all that much, so... Although she is named Midori Murakami, which is like the greatest name. Alright, we gotta launch a little bit on her here.
Catch!
And throw another one just for good measure.
Grenade out.
Since that's all going up, we can go ahead and put an overwatch up as well. And see what happens. This thing's looking for a way around.
Hey, you hear anything?
There it is. And both of our snipers get reaction shots.
No, missed the target.
Or maybe just one of them.
Running dry on ammo.
They got me flanked!
They're shifting their attack.
Yeah, sorry, but you were definitely the bait for that particular trap.
No! What's happening? This isn't right! This isn't
Oh
right!
no.
Taking fire.
Our heavy panicked and ran away. He was definitely going to be the way that I was going to kill that thing. Instead he's hunkering down in the worst of spots. But at least we have a shot. Let's take this thing. Let's headshot this thing if we can. Yeah, we didn't hit it, of course.
Running low on ammo.
We can shoot it with an assault rifle and hope that it dies. That didn't work though, so I think our next best option is to run to a place where we can shoot it and try to finish it off with a pistol. Yeah! Oh! Okay. Well, that's a dead sectopod. Ah.
Back in.
Okay. So I think that's the majority of their troops. We got rushed by pretty much everything all at once there. And our squaddies seem to have gotten out of it alive, which is pretty awesome. I'm not sure what our next move is. Probably try and approach this thing from the side and get inside. It's dead quiet, which indicates that we're out of troops.
What the hell was that?
That didn't make any sound, which indicates it was an overseer. We have clear vision of the ship now. This is one of those big suckers. We're gonna slowly move our way in. But not that slowly. Get our squad snipers in places that they can actually see.
What's making that noise?
That is a group of sectopods. Or sectoids. If it was a group of sectopods, I would be completely screwed. But it's only a group of sectoids, so I'm only mildly screwed. Hooray! It may be that one sectoid that got away. I'm pretty sure that we missed one, so we're definitely going to have to keep an eye out for it. Check and see if it ran up there first. It did not. And get our heavy back into position here.
Shh. You hear that?
Alright, we're gonna have our heavy open up that door as soon as this turn is over. Unfortunately, the alien ship is big enough to actually offer some problems to squad-state snipers.
You hear that?
But that sound indicates that the enemy is definitely coming from this direction. So, it's all good. I think what happened is that sectoid heard us
Ready
and
to engage.
decided to come down and take a look.
What's making that noise?
Ugh. One issue we're going to have here is that we don't have a solid way to approach. Both our heavy and our support there are pretty low. So that means that we actually have to figure out a way around that isn't going to suck like that. Nothing else. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to have to get Kim up here, where he can easily shoot. There's hard cover right there, so we'll move him to it and hunker down. Just to make sure nobody shoots him, we'll keep overwatches up.
There's something out there.
Okay. I can hear two groups of sectoids individually now, or at least a small group is... something's going on. We're gonna peek up the stairs. We have vision, and nothing's killed us, so we're feeling pretty good about that. Go ahead and walk our sniper up to that bridge. And likewise, this guy up here. And put him on Overwatch. Okay, so now we have a sniper on this side as well. Yet to hear anything. I found some things that give cover though. sound that I am hearing would indicate that the aliens moving around are probably on that bridge there. However, I'm mostly just guessing. Okay. Move up here. Still don't have a view.
Quiet. Do you hear something?
Alright, so triangulation would indicate that this cover is probably going to be safe. Doesn't give us a view of the alien, but it's safe. From here we can jump down, or try to figure out something else. Jumping down right here might be pretty cool, but we're gonna go ahead and overwatch this turn and figure out if we can hear where that thing is.
Quiet. Do you hear something?
Okay. So those sounds would indicate that it's somewhere over there. I might be able to find a viable cover option here.
There's something out there.
And here we are. Okay, we can now see into this area, so we know that they're not there. And we'll go ahead and knock her down. Try and figure out where to go next. I think covering that door might be next. So we'll go ahead and move there for now.
What was that sound?
We're almost 100% certain at this point that the alien is on this part of the bridge, or that it's in fact just an overseer. We're trying to move as carefully as possible, just because. So there's a spot of heavy cover right there, should be very helpful. And from there we can move to here, which is our entry point.
What the hell was that?
Okay. So, basically we're just being ultra careful here because we have 4 people that we actually want to live. Keep up the overwatches. Start moving into position for an approach. And open the doors. Wait.
What's making that noise?
Okay, the noise is coming from over there, which is very bad for us. That means that I need to get my heavy out here ASAP. And likewise with this poor lady. Oh shoot, I don't really want to do that. That's bad cover. But didn't do anything terrible, so we're okay. this side is obviously fine, so we'll just see if we can get a shot through the door at some point.
Shh. You hear that?
Yes, we definitely hear that part. Let's see if we caught that alien. It's not out here, not that we can see. Alright, wherever that alien is, it's moved off again. Which means it's probably time to go ahead and start approaching. I don't like the fact that that sectoid's still wandering around. It's going to take forever to chase him down on this size of a map, but we'll move carefully and get it done.
Something.
Alright. The pig pile is ready. We wish we had disabling shot for this because obviously that would be of great assistance.
Quiet. Did you hear something?
Yes, we heard a sectoid wandering around behind us somewhere.
Enemy in sight.
Okay, we have two outsiders available to choose from. Fortunately, they're both charging at us. It's going to make this a lot easier. Go ahead and finish the first one off, since my heavy doesn't have any better options.
We don't have time to spare, Commander. We need to capture one of these strange aliens. We already know that killing them won't provide anything of use to us.
Okay. We have the obviously available pistol shot. That's not good enough though, so we're gonna have to do it again. This feels a little bad on account of the fact that if we miss our shot, or if we get a critical, things... Okay. So that was a critical, which is weird. But we can still stun it. It's a 95% chance.
Say goodnight.
Excellent work.
Alright.
Analyzing this new artifact as soon as you return.
So we now have that thing in an artifact.
You hear that?
Here we can get our heavy. We're going to have our heavy try to chase down that sectoid. I assume there's nothing of interest in here, but let's go ahead and look around. Yay, it's a cool ship. Okay. Moving our trooper with the assault rifle over there. And keeping our pistol on Overwatch.
Shh. I think I heard something.
Okay, that sound indicates that the sectoid is in this part of the map, which means it should be very easy to kill, provided we can find it. Not readily visible from there. We can get our squad sight sniper in position. And I'll get this guy with his ear pressed to the wall so that he can hear him. While our heavy dashes out. Oh, hilarious. Wherever that thing is, it's able to shoot at me even though I can't see it. Hey, there it is. Still don't have a shot at it. All right, let's just. Wow, this thing is frustrating. All right, we're so glad you're here. Now it's time to please die. Oh, that's the dead outsider. Oh, and with this pistol, we smite thee.
X-ray neutralized.
Everything by the numbers.
Okay, so we have a large abduction ship. Oh, that one was grueling. Oh, we killed the sectopod. We only lost 2 troopers. We advanced some people. We kept our snipers, which they've proven fairly important.
Is that all that's left of the specimen we attempted to capture?
Yes. I believe we may have found the source of the strange readings we picked up when we first encountered it.
What is it, Doctor?
We're not exactly sure. It's organic in nature, yet highly magnetized, and it appears to resonate very faintly within a specific electromagnetic spectrum. It is currently unclear how or...
Perhaps that's because this is outside your field of expertise, Doctor. If what you're saying is true, this object is an antenna, one that's receiving a signal.
That signal. Can we trace it?
No, at least not yet.
I like
we would
how
first need to determine
Shen
its
thinks
encryption
that
algorithm.
radio signals
team
are
can handle
outside
that.
of the scientist's
In that case,
range of expertise.
I will focus on constructing an interface between this object and our global communications array, which we'll need to trace the signal.
Then it looks like researching this crystal should be our top priority.
All right then. So, we have a new objective. We have a new sergeant. That sergeant is going to have to figure out what he wants more. I think the damn good ground is just going to be the best option. Ugh. And a second squad site sniper would be pretty nice, but I honestly want that Overwatch 2, so
Excellent work, Commander.
Building
Capturing
ourselves
the alien
back up.
subjects alive allows for a much wider range of experimentation versus the expired specimens.
alright.
I appreciate your efforts to support the research team, Commander. I've already put the new recruits to work in the lab.
So first off, the Sectopod autopsy.
This heavily armored unit is fully mechanized, though we're still not sure if it has an organic component within.
The thing is, it's called a Sectopod. We assume that it contains a sectoid, but hard to tell. What's it say? Neither alive nor sentient, but strangely self-aware. And I have the advanced construction project, which is worthless. Just allows me to spend more money to construct things in the foundry faster. Sectoid.
We've made a number of interesting discoveries based on the autopsy results of the alien specimen you brought back. The research team is now referring to this particular variation as a sectoid,
I like
based
that
on
was
the
my last
unusual structure of
autopsy.
its internal organs, which we believe to be the product of genetic manipulation. As we've seen in the field, this species also seems to harbor some sort of telepathic ability.
Alright, so now we have a new space thing. And the Berserker interrogation. Which I think is pretty much exactly the same as the Muton interrogation. I was always worried that the Berserker was going to crack the glass. Alright, so now we have an armor technology increase, which will be useful when we decide to research something. The outsider shard research should take no time at all. We don't especially need alien containment at this point. We could probably move it over so that we could construct more workshops. It cost just a cool 100 though, so we'll have to be careful about that. Foundry. has new options. Stealth satellites are pretty cool, but it's obviously a lot of Illyrium and alloys to invest. We certainly want more Titan armor. Probably at least 2. 12 Illyrium, 44 alloys. That's fine. And our second heavy plasma. Oh man, did we want that. Combat stims are unimportant. Chitin plating is lovely, but we can't afford it. Plasma pistols would definitely be a solid option at this point, since there's almost nothing that we want to capture anymore. Do we have plasma pistols? No, apparently we don't. Laser pistols are incredibly cheap, so we'll manufacture a whole bunch of them. Huh. It's very interesting that we don't have plasma pistols. I assume we'd have to capture a alien with a plasma pistol to do that. Alright. So, I'm gonna see another research thing here.
There you are. Tactical. Do we have an eagle over these coordinates?
Recon satellite Delta 2 is just coming into line of sight. Now, sir. Coming on screen.
Nothing.
No, that's impossible. I know it's there.
Switch to thermal. Hello. Give me subsurface. Gotcha. Reestablish comms with all available.
Alright.
Think of what we might find once we get inside that facility. Imagine what they might be doing down there.
I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
Okay, we found it. Now how do we get inside?
I thought you'd never ask.
Okay.
The methods involved in creating these crystals. An organic machine capable of complex communications. We could spend years studying this technology.
Alright. We can now develop a skeleton key, which will allow us to get into the enemy base. For 5 Illyrium and 40 weapon fragments, which is definitely not
I can
something we
only
want to
imagine
spend.
what the aliens might be doing in an underground facility.
I've got a hunch as to how we might get into that facility. Just give the word, and I'll begin manufacturing the key immediately.
This must be a foundry project. Nope. I assume it's not a facility. We can create an Illyrium generator, which would supply 30 power to our base. However, we've currently got enough power facilities. Is it a foundry project? Oh, here it is, the skeleton key. Costs $14, 5 Illyrium, 5 alloys, an outsider shard, and an engineer.
The potential applications for this sort of tech would have been limitless if the aliens had only come in peace.
We can now do the alien base assault. That is an awful lot to ask of our current troops, though. We'll scan for some more activity and get back to you on that.